talk is an integral part of boxing.
I was gonna rip his heart out. I'm the best ever.
I am the champion. You're nobody, bitch.
Joe Frazier is not intelligent.
However, even great trash talkers have been punished for their words. Let's recall situations when trash talkers were punished for their words. The trash talk leading up to this fight became truly legendary. You've undoubtedly seen some snippets from this epic saga. It all started with Mike Tyson's victory over Lou Savarese.
That Tyson threw was like a kick from a horse and a fat.
After winning during a post-fight interview in the ring, Tyson delivered one of the most epic rap freestyles in boxing history.
Yeah, Lennox Lewis, Lennox, I'm coming for you.
Mike, is it frustrating to train like you did and then have this in 7 or 8 seconds?
For this fight, I only trained probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks for this fight. I had to bury my best friend, and I dedicated this fight. I wasn't gonna fight, I dedicated this fight to him. I was gonna rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lennox is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
That was enough to set up the fight of the century, the first in boxing history to sell 1 million pay-per-views, Mike Tyson versus Lennox Lewis.
I feel all around better. I feel more relaxed, more calm, and I'm more intuitive to what I do, and this is truly what I love to do. They're going to learn to respect the Barbarian King.
When you're training or when you're laying in bed and you're envisioning this fight, how do you see this fight turning out?
Champion of the world, Mike Tyson. Then I'll illustrate my reign with bloodshed and pain. Then everybody will fear me. They'll tremble in their bones. There's nothing superior than him about me. He has nothing superior than me. There's nothing about him. If anything, he's the Homo sapien, I'm the Homo superior. There's no one that can match me. That means nothing. I've been champion, had 12 defenses, fought all styles, every style. Top men, everybody more experienced than me. Just to be new for him to fight somebody more experienced than him that knows how to fight. That's not afraid of him. This is one time he's going to get hit. I take his life. That's what I do. Rockman and those guys, their eyes haven't seen what I've seen. I'm ordained for this. I've been to Valhalla. I've seen the most vicious and most cruelest and coldest white people in the world. They accept me. He can't stop me. Him.
Tactically, how will you win this fight?
Victorious. Destructively. Mike Tyson fashion.
What are your feelings about Lewis?
He's great, but I can't be denied this time. I must win. Allah didn't bring me this far to be denied. It couldn't be. I can't bring me this far to be humbled by this man. I'm a Tyrannosaurus, man. I'm a tyrannical titan. There's no way he can beat me. There's no way. I refuse to be beaten. I'm the best ever. There's no fighter that endured what I endured and reigned supreme. This fight is very important to me. Is when they get in front of me, can they capitalize on the mistakes they see when they're watching me in their living room? It's a big issue. They have no pressure on them in their living room, so they see a lot of mistakes. But in the game of fighting, it's all about you have to commit yourself. In order to be a true champion, true fighter, you have to commit yourself. And in committing yourself, you stand a chance of me killing you, putting you out. I know I'm the best ever when it comes to my punching skills.
After all those interviews, the moment of the press conference arrived, which of course didn't go as planned. During the face-off, a brawl erupted, during which Tyson managed to bite Lewis on the leg. And after that, Tyson pulled off another verbal classic. This furious Tyson convinced everyone that he had a chance to beat Lewis. This was evident at the beginning of the fight when Mike employed his classic peekaboo style, to which Lennox had no answer. However, the problem with this style is that it's very energy consuming. Due to this, the already aging Tyson got tired. Meanwhile, Lewis calmly destroyed Tyson's face with a single jab, which wasn't particularly thrilling and even angered Lewis's coach, who instructed him to use both hands and finish Tyson. And that's exactly what he did.
Le troisième round.
Oui. Et puis, voilà. Il est remonté.
Le même.
On se rappelle d'un combat où on avait vu George Foreman qui est là au bord du ring. Oh là, du courage. Jean-Claude, il est KO, il est KO. La droite.
Knocking Tyson out of the top echelon of boxing and defending his title. One of the most legendary moments when Trash Talker got humbled was the bout between Ricardo Mayorga and Oscar De La Hoya. The legendary Mexican by 2006 was clearly on the decline. 2 losses to Shane Mosley and the first knockout defeat to Bernard Hopkins overshadowed his past achievements. Despite his numerous championship titles and an Olympic gold medal, fans began to view him differently. This is why De La Hoya's opponent, Ricardo Mayorga, felt so confident. I'm putting it very mildly because, in reality, his confidence manifested in incredible audacity and disrespect towards Oscar. It all started from the moment both arrived to shoot promotional videos for the fight.
Come here, little boy. I wanted this for a long time.
Mayorga taunts De La Hoya, and tensions quickly mount.
I am the champion. You're nobody, bitch. Give me my respect. Don't come any closer or I'll break your face. Give me my respect.
May 6th, the belt is mine.
What?
It's mine.
Little bitch, it's not a movie. You're not gonna sing like a fag. This is boxing, bitch. When I drop De La Hoya, he's gonna piss his pants like this. When I was a gang leader, I got slashed right here. And these right here, these aren't fake. I don't play with dolls like Oscar. I am not mama's boy.
What he's up against. You know that this guy come to fight. I think Oscar will train hard as he ever trained in his life. Because he got to try to train to save his life.
I've heard every press conference we did, I mean, just saying absurd things.
Tell your wife to screw you the morning of the fight. Son, you don't take a dive like you did against Hopkins, faggot. You can't even represent your race, bitch. All the Latians are with me.
You disrespected the 2 things I love. First, you disrespected my wife. Now you mentioned my race. This isn't a game. I'm gonna knock you out.
I hate him so much that I would fight him for free. I don't wanna just win or knock him out. I wanna kill him. I wanna stop his heat with my right hand.
But as it turned out, Ricardo's behavior ignited a new fire in Oscar, giving him the motivation he had been lacking in the last years of his career. After all those words, the moment everyone, including the fans and fighters, had been waiting for arrived. The arrogant Mayorga truly believed he could easily walk over Oscar. However, on that evening, we witnessed vintage De La Hoya. From the very first second, the Mexican decided to defend his honor. He was as fast as he was in his youth, and Mayorga simply couldn't see the punches coming his way. He tried to counter, but Oscar's reflexes allowed him to evade every blow. Not just evade, but counterattack as well. He sent Mayorga down early in the fight. In Ricardo's eyes, it was evident that he had changed and was mentally broken. On the contrary, Oscar sensibled and decided to destroy his opponent. Essentially, in this fight, it was all De La Hoya. Leading to knockdowns and ultimately a knockout in the 6th round. This is how Oscar De La Hoya punished Ricardo Mayorga for the trash talk and defended the honor of his family and nation. This might be one of the funniest instances of punishment for trash talk in boxing history. In 2013, Adrian Broner was considered the top prospect in the boxing world. Incredibly fast yet powerful, Adrian made a name for himself from a young age. And when he turned professional, he quickly earned the title of the new Floyd Mayweather. Even Floyd himself agreed with this and took Broner under his wing. Victories followed Adrian, which fueled his ego even more. It's worth noting that Broner always enjoyed trash talk since childhood, but it was always fun and harmless.
I don't know why God gave me all of this talent.
However, over time, it turned into arrogance and conceit, even though Floyd warned him and asked him to tone it down. Yet, the party lifestyle completely detached Adrian from reality. Before the fight against Marcos Maidana, Broner poured so much trash talk that it could be made into hour-long compilations.
I fuck him up December 14th. I'm willing to fight I'm willing to fight anybody. I don't care because you can switch trainers all you want. You can train a different way. That shit ain't gonna win you a fight. Skills win you fights. Skills win you fights. This is an individual sport. You can go lift weights with your teeth. You can go push cars for 2 months. That shit ain't gonna help you in the ring, man. Cause I know I'm blessed. I got the skills to pay the bills and I got enough will. My last name could be Smith. So after the performance that I put on December 14th, I hope my haters become fans. Because I love all y'all. I love all y'all. And I'm not gonna take nobody's woman this fight. This ain't that type of fight. I can promise you this. It's gonna get ugly. I'm talking Tyrone Hill, Sam Cassell. It's gonna get ugly, man. It's gonna get ugly, man. I don't know if he's faking like he don't understand English, but after December 14th, he's gonna speak English, and the fight, I don't think it's going full 12 rounds. I'm going for the knockout. Thank you. He better be ready.
December 14th, we weren't about Maidana. You know, I respect this coach. I respect him as a fighter. You know, I know usually y'all like, he's not being bashful. He's being respectful because I can't talk shit to somebody who don't speak English. He looking at me crazy right now. I don't know if he's faking or not. Like I said, I don't know if he's faking or not. But I can't do it. I'm not a disrespectful person like that. He was a very respectful guy, so I gotta be respectful. But December 14th, I'm gonna beat his ass though.
Easy work. We was to fight tomorrow. I just hope Maidana's healthy, 100% in shape, on his A game. When you make it hard work, see, I got the ability to make all hard work look like easy work. So all work for me is easy work. Maidana, we gonna make easy work out of his ass too. Ooh-wee. That boy better be ready. Please let Marcos Maidana be 100% healthy in this fight. I don't want no excuses. Excuse my language, guy. But I gotta give him this ass beat, cause you blessed me with the talent. Thank you so much. Smoke can't beat me. I may be. Ain't beat me. Smoke ain't gonna hit me. They come up in my spot, but I'ma stay on top.
What's boxing without top?
I like being on top so much, I don't even let my girl ride me. I'm a missionary.
We ain't worried about Maidana, punk ass. He gonna come to fight, that's cool. I'm gonna you up though. Yeah, and at the end of the fight, you will say, good fight, you a bad mother. You gonna speak some English. You might not say them exact words, but I guarantee you speak some English. And I'm done. That's what he gonna say. He ain't gonna say no mas. No, he gonna say, that I'm done.
The fight day was highly anticipated, not because everyone expected an intense battle or Marcos's revenge. Instead, many were looking forward to another Broner victory.
It's another opponent to me. How this gonna beat me? Huh? Can't. How long you knew Maidana?
About 2 years now.
You knew him for about 2 years? So how you supposed to beat Adrian Broner?
We'll find out, bro.
Essentially, they anticipated his pre-fight prediction coming true. Being Mayweather's protege, Adrian abandoned his aggressive attacking style and focused on defense. However, instead of seeing Maidana miss shots and eat counterattacks, we quickly realized we were in for a completely different fight.
He took a weird false misstep after that shot landed. And Maidana's done it without the jab, by the way. Oh, he was throwing no jabs to the body.
Maidana
throwing defense to offense. You rarely see for a guy as fast as he is.
Broner has never been down in his career. A couple of left hooks to the body by Maidana. A couple of right uppercuts. The last one just great.
Marcos Maidana's incredible pressure and character caught the cocky Broner off guard, and it looked like Adrian really liked Maidana's character. Maidana's silence before the fight was perceived as him mentally surrendering before the bout. However, in the match, it turned out that Broner mentally broke down. Getting knocked down and completely losing confidence. It was a real beating with no chance of retaliation. So, Marcos Maidana punished Adrian Broner for his trash talk and handed him his first career defeat. Prince Nassim Hamed is arguably the flashiest trash talker in the history of boxing. He mocked opponents before the fight, hugged them, and claimed he would knock them out.
What have you got to say to him now? I just say he's right in front of me, and I can honestly tell him that I'm going to knock him spark out. I'm going to knock his spark out.
What are you going to say to that, Kevin?
Then he would enter the ring with a dance, continuing to dance while beating his opponent. One of the greatest showmen in boxing history seemed untouchable. He moved up in weight classes and continued to dance through everyone. But he had yet to achieve his career goal. Nassim had never been an undisputed champion. He already held one title in the featherweight division. However, to claim the title of undisputed, he needed to capture more belts. He faced Marco Antonio Barrera for the vacant IBO title. Barrera was the complete opposite of Hamed, a modest, technical fighter who had already tasted defeat 3 times. Despite this, within hardcore boxing circles, Barrera was incredibly respected for always delivering entertaining fights despite his technical style. Many believed he would be the ultimate test for Nassim Hamed's unorthodox skills, but the Prince didn't see it that way. His trash talk and attitude toward the opponent were clear indications of this.
Barrera and Morales, many observers feel, will be fights that really define you as the great fighter you want to be recognized as. When do you think you will get in the ring with them, or vice versa?
Listen, I tell you, and you know, Larry, that I wanted them in the ring for this fight, and they wouldn't come. Now you can tell there's a little bit of a thing on my throat, but you know what I mean? I came to the ring as a champion, as a 5-year celebrating my reign, and that guy tried to destroy it. But Morales and Barrera will come 2001 when they want it. And when they want it, they'll get knocked out, because I want it now.
Finally, the moment of the fight arrived.
You have been criticized in the past for not taking on the strongest of opposition, but tonight you definitely step up, taking on Marco Antonio Barrera. At what point did you decide you wanted to get in the ring with the best of the best?
It's not me that decided that wanted to get in the ring with the best of the best. That's not happening. It's them that decided with me. I offered the fight with Barrera way before he took the fight, and he refused the fight. So you got a little bit, you mixed up a little bit, you're a little bit confused with that. Them guys stepped up to the table after I offered it them, and when I did offer it them the first time, they refused, and now is the time it's going to happen, because he's accepted, and all the rest of them cats, if they want it, they'll get it too.
Your power is well documented, 31 knockouts in 35 fights. He says he's going to attack you, come out right away and try to attack your body. At what point will you do, from a defensive standpoint, what will you do to keep him off balance?
Let him do whatever he wants to do. I believe in Allah. I'm a Muslim, and I'll be out there and I'll be ready to fight, and I'll be ready for anything and everything that he brings. I've basically got too much power for that boy, too much speed for that boy, and I'm going to prove it tonight that I am the best featherweight in the whole world. 2
polar opposites clashed. The flashy and audacious Prince Nassim Hamed against the modest and technical Marco Antonio Barrera. At the beginning of the fight, Prince, as always, tried to show off. But It stopped at the end of the first minute of the first round.
Gets to the body, wobbles nails with a left hook upstairs.
Barrera caught him with a powerful hook that shook the braggart. After that, Marco began using his quick jab and footwork. For the first time in his career, Prince looked helpless. He tried to smile, pretending everything was fine. But as Katy Perry said, not everything is okay. And how can it be when you're getting beaten up and even bullied in the boxing ring? Throughout the 12 rounds, Marco Antonio did whatever he wanted to Hamed. In the entire fight, Prince managed to win only one round. In other words, it was not just a beating, but a total domination. For all the dances and humiliations, Prince Nassim Hamed paid with a humiliating defeat that soon marked the end of his boxing career. This could be the greatest trash talk beatdown ever. Muhammad Ali is rightfully called the best trash talker in boxing. He didn't hold back his words. On the contrary, he skillfully mocked opponents, even using poetry and songs.
Last night, I had a dream. When I got to Africa, I had one hell of a rumble. I had to beat Tarzan's behind first for claiming to be the king in the jungle. For this fight, I've wrestled with alligators. I've tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning and put thunder in jail. You know I'm bad. I have murdered a rock. I injured a stone, and I hospitalized a brick. I'm so bad I make medicine sick. I'm so fast, man, I can run through a hurricane and don't get wet.
Many of his phrases have become legendary, but some people mistakenly believe that trash talk wasn't as harsh back then as it is now. They use Ali as an example, claiming that he could skillfully use words, but never crossed any boundaries. However, this is a lie, because Ali's trash talk had serious consequences for his opponents. In 1967, Muhammad was suspended from boxing for refusing to support the Vietnam War. This led to him losing his job and the championship title. For 3 years, he had no income and no way to return to boxing. But a fellow boxer in the shadows consistently supported him financially and ultimately helped him regain his boxing license. This colleague was Joe Frazier, who, during Ali's absence, became the heavyweight champion. However, many considered him a paper champion. Fans believed that if Ali could fight, Joe would never have become a champion. Unexpectedly, Muhammad joined the haters of Frazier and also started saying that Frazier was a paper champion. However, betrayal and claims of championship were the mildest things Ali said. The more time passed, the more viciously Ali attacked Joe. He called him ugly, uneducated, a gorilla, and at one point even referred to him as Uncle Tom, which, especially at that time, was the worst possible insult for a black man.
It'll be a thriller and a killer and a chiller when I get that gorilla.
And he whipped out a little rubber gorilla, which was, he said, the soul of Joe Frazier.
His head's gonna be rocking all night, see? His head.
Come on, gorilla, we in Manila. I have a secret place I go to get ready for Joe Frazier. Every day I go to the zoo.
If another black man calls me an Uncle Tom or a gorilla or something other derogatory, that will not be easy for me to dismiss.
Hey, it's Joe Frazier! Joe Frazier! Joe Frazier! Joe Frazier!
Those are fighting words. This is the worst invective.
You make me nervous. Get him out of here, man!
What do you think about Joe Frazier?
Joe Frazier's just an ordinary individual. He don't represent nothing. He's not intelligent. If you play his talk next to my talk, you'll find out that he can't compare with myself mentally. He's just a victim of circumstances, and he's just a tool. He's doing his best, but he don't know where he's at or where he's going.
Joe Frazier's worse than you to me. That's what I mean when I say Uncle Tom. He works for the enemy.
Probably the greatest insult that one black man can call another.
Ali turned the black community against Frazier, calling him a traitor and a servant of whites, because Joe never got involved in political games. Unlike Ali, Frazier was a calm, modest guy with a tough life. His family worked on plantations for peanuts, and boxing became the only way for him to make a living. Unlike Ali, who came from a middle-class family, but ordinary people didn't pay attention to their roots. After all this, the fight was scheduled, and many awaited the return of the true champion.
I want to make one prediction. I'm not calling around. I predict that when I meet Joe Frazier, this will be like a good amateur fighting a real professional. This will be like a kid out of the Olympics meeting the fastest heavyweight champion that ever lived. This will be no contest. This fight will be much easier. He will be easier to hit. He will not be as much trouble or as awkward as Oscar Bonavina. Joe Frazier, this will go down. I predict that the fans will be angry. They'll be mad at the critics. They'll be mad at the experts for misleading them so much. This man will be completely outboxed.
You got time. You got time.
This will be no contest. That's all I want to say.
All right, what do you say, Joe? What do you say to that? I'd say he's nothing but a bunch of noise. That's all. He's going way back in the time of, let's say, 20 years ago. You know what I mean? This is the day, man. You understand?
I just want
You're not fighting Quarry. You're not fighting Oscar Bonavina. You're not fighting Sonny Liston. You fighting Joe Frazier.
Everybody knows that's not the point.
That's the point.
Hatred for Joe turned into hatred for his family. His children were beaten at school, chased after their car, and even the house was littered with garbage and almost set on fire. The situation got out of control.
Bad side to being Joe Frazier's son was that everybody and their sister used to beat me up because I was Joe Frazier's son. Kids in school would talk about me. Oh, your dad's an Uncle Tom, you know. And I was like, what are you talking about? My dad's an Uncle Tom. My dad's not an Uncle Tom, you know. My dad's a good guy, you know. And, you know, like all the stuff that was being said, we had threats to our house at the first Ali Frazier fight.
But Ali was unstoppable. He was so confident in himself and his victory that he said if he lost, he would crawl around the ring on all fours, saying that Joe Frazier is the greatest.
If Joe Frazier whoops me, I'm getting on my hands and my knees. I crawl across the ring, look up to you, say you're the champion, you're the greatest. You can pick it up. And then I'm gonna crawl back. I'm gonna crawl back on 4 feet, and then I'm gonna tell and walk out of the ring and say you that. Now, when I whoop you,
the thing about it, see, you might don't be able to wait, man. You gotta put a Saturday night.
Listen to me, boy. And when you whoop me, when I whoop you, are you gonna crawl?
I'll crawl over that.
Right? He says he's on the crawl, right? He's on the move. You want to obligate yourself. I can tell him what you're gonna do.
If he whip me, I'll crawl across the ring to him.
And then you're gonna crawl.
Be able to crawl.
Tell him what you're gonna do. Tell him what you're gonna do.
Finally, the moment of the fight arrived. The fight of Millennium was the most anticipated boxing event in history. The whole world was on Ali's side and Frazier was on his own. However, it seemed that Joe couldn't punish Ali, who floated like a butterfly and stung like a bee. In the early rounds, Ali was literally mocking Joe.
In round one, and he's trying, but that jab didn't miss. Was a dancer. He's not dancing tonight. The real pure six belt. Joe Frazier away from him.
But the longer the fight went on, the better Frazier performed. From the middle of the fight, Frazier found the timing of his left hook and repeatedly hit his opponent's jaw.
A minute's rest. Frazier trying to get Muhammad Ali to the ropes again. With his eyes, it was calling us. Half a minute. Three that he's holding too. Ali, Muhammad.
In the end, entering the final round, the score was tied. Whoever won the last round would win the bout. Both were charged like never before. However, the unexpected happened. A powerful left hook from Joe, and Muhammad was on the floor. The arena exploded in surprise. Ali showed character and managed to get up. But after the knockdown, Joe continued to beat him. Muhammad managed to endure, but, as you can guess, The decision of the judges favored Joe Frazier. He kept his word, punishing Ali for the trash talk and the humiliation of his family. However, Ali didn't keep his word. He didn't crawl on all fours, as he said before the fight. Despite this fight is the brightest example of punishment for trash talk. Which of these fights did you like the most? Write in the comments.
So do you think he's paying the price for what he did as a young man?
Whatever you've done when you're a young man, it comes to bite you in the butt.